Hello, my dears. How are you? This is Resilient Lives. Sending you a greeting today. It is an absolute beautiful day. And I'm wondering if you are enjoying yourself where you are. If you had time to take a moment to pause and do some wonderful things. There has been a question about this pandemic thriving and some of the other activities that are going on. And the question would be, how long will we continue to do this pandemic thriving, virtual reaching out to each other? And the answer is, as long as it takes. Because this pandemic, I don't see an end in sight anytime soon. And even post-pandemic, there will be issues. And so we've got to hang tight, hang tough, hang together. But we've learned how to navigate this path. And so I'm just sending you a virtual hug, just letting you know that somebody cares how you're doing. That would be me. I am caring and lifting you up and wanting to see that you are thriving and flourishing. Now, the good news with that is it seems as though we've been on this journey for a while, that we have learned how to accommodate and adapt to this way of living. And that is interesting, really interesting. There seems to be this theme that we will get through this together. And that's our theme. That's why we're doing this. We're going to get through this together. We're going to reach out. We're going to give vital support. We're going to encourage and check in and touch and support and do whatever we need to ensure that we make it through this together. And the interesting and exciting thing for me to observe is all of the novel ways that things are being done. And it takes us back to that obstacles, how what seemed like an obstacle, we've been shut in, sent to our rooms. We haven't been able to go to work or go to church or food shop or go to the libraries. We haven't been able to do those things that brought us joy, and we've been exposed to losses. But somehow in this transformation of being quarantined, we've learned how to be creative. It's been a joy to me to be part of a drive-by birthday party. And it seemed like it was just as exciting, if not, because you have this endless parade of cars with signs and people hanging out the window. And it just was exciting having your own personal parade. Who would have thought? And then, of course, there's been Zoom birthday parties where you can attract everybody from all over, non-local or whatever. So it's just a novel way to do things. And so we've learned how to accommodate and adapt, which is something we've been talking about. I saw on the Good Morning America this morning that a book was released, and the author had not planned to release this book during the pandemic. She'd been working on this book for quite some time. And so it was released, and it's already been selected as the May Book of the Month for the Good Morning America Book Club. And so she's amazed because now she won't be able to make book tours and book signings and all, but most likely she will do it the Zoom way. So it's just interesting how life goes on. I was reading that one of the anchor journalists for one of the major stations, they're all working from their homes, and he had to text his wife to come and get the dog because the dog was barking. We must go on, and nobody knows all those little intricate details. I was laughing because a couple of times when I have attempted to do the video, our landline phone was ringing. So then I had to stop and take the phone off the hook because I don't want you to your message to be interrupted. So, but it's just interesting the creative ways that we are developing to deal with this pandemic. And so we are going to get through this. We are touching base and sending virtual hugs and dealing with this. We're becoming originals, originals. And I name that because there is a book called Original, the Original. And who the originals are, these are people in this study that have chosen not to conform to the general traditional way. These are they who have decided to do things in a different, creative way, using their gifts and not have the same old routine or the same old way. And these are people who have gone places and have done things in history when you look at the study of the originals. But I thought, well, you are an original because you are doing all these novel new ways of enjoying life in spite of the obstacles. You are doing your exercise classes, and but these are all ways that an original person does. And so I just wanted to remind you that we must continue because there is no timeline for this. And what is the next step? We talked about plan B, but do you have a plan? When you go out, and we obviously all will have to go out into the world as they open it. We don't have to go when they say we have to go. But I'm wondering, are you thinking about how you want to be your authentic self? What will be the plan that you have for your life? We talked about what we would like to take into our new norm. Some people like the slower pace, the lack of busyness. And so obviously some of you have given some thought to that. But are we thinking about us and how, what's your plan? How are you going to use the gifts that you have and going into the new world, the new norm? So I just want to remind you that you're wonderful, you're wonderfully made, and it's time to think about what and how, and the who, what, where, why, how we're going to step out into the world with this new self that has evolved. But we will continue to do this pandemic thriving. We will continue our virtual support, and we are pleased to share the love, to share the stories. And I just want you to know that you are an original. So plan how you want to be your authentic self. And we will be in this together. We will stay in this. That's our theme. We will stay connected, and we will continue to hang together until there's no need. So have a good evening, and I love you. I'm sending you a hug. Wouldn't want to get into trouble for that. Have a good day. Bye-bye.